Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about our stock picks for the week of April 5th through the 9th. Just to reiterate, I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you do your own research before investing. Also, if you find value in today's video, make sure that you smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content, and hit that notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. So guys, let's dive right on into it. Okay guys, so my picks for last week were GNUS, Tesla, NEO, GNOG, and then I talked about CLNE in a separate video, just kind of giving everyone an update on a potential swing play for it. So I just kind of want to go through what happened with them. So Genius, kind of like we talked about, was, it kind of dumped off after the Marvel announcement, and which I kind of expected that just because people wrote it up the week before and just took profits and bounced out of it. So I use this as an opportunity, honestly, to buy more. And I'll show you on the charts in a little bit that it's really undervalued right now, and it's a very, very good buy to ride up about 10 to 15% and make a little quick swing play profit off of. Tesla was another one that you could have bought in as low as 594 this week. It rode as high as 688. I'm expecting and hoping this one to continue up and bounce through and hold above that 700 mark and continue to move up. They released their Q1 numbers, and they've delivered, I believe it was right about close to 185,000 Model 3 and sedans and Model Y SUV vehicles. So that's some very, very good numbers. NEO, we talked about it. You could have made about 15 to 20% on a swing, buying in at about 35, selling at about 40 to 41 dollars. So that was a play that we talked about last week as well. GNOG, still guys, creating some good buying opportunities. Anything, in my opinion, under $15 is a steal. I think this thing is about to start moving, and if the market can remain healthy, this thing should continue to move back towards that $20 level. So it could go to 20, drop again, go to 20, drop again. I don't know. But the more it does that, the more of an opportunity it gives you to make more money. You just buy into it, ride it up closer to 20. You can bounce out, and if it dips again, buy again when it hits under $15. And then CLNE, talked about that as well in my other video I released after the stock pick video. And you could have made about 15% profit on it if you got in when we recommended it in the 12s and sold on Thursday when it hit above 14. So also had a watch list of a couple of different plays that I'm going to go through as well and talk about what happened with them. So I talked about hemp, talked about ZNOG, and I talked about IDEX. So hemp, they had the New York State bill to legalize marijuana. ZNOG, the 10K, people were kind of freaking out and a little uneasy about the 10K, worrying about how they're not going to have enough cash on hand, and they haven't really released any type of PR in quite a while. And IDEX had earnings, guys, and also had a release on Twitter about some new EV scooters that are going to hit the market. So this video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. Today, what I'm going to do is basically take the stocks that are in my portfolio currently, and I'm going to show you basically where the support and resistance levels are. That way, if you're thinking of getting in, I can show you basically where would be a good buying opportunity, where would be a good potential spot to take profits. And because really a lot of these guys that I have in my portfolio right now, so there's several of them that are presenting some good buy opportunities. So I'm going to just use this as an opportunity to show you my portfolio of what I'm holding here, and give you some opportunities to possibly get in and do a quick swing, or just potential to get a good entry point and hold for a specific price. I'll also give you a price target for myself on each of these plays. So let's go ahead and dive into the charts and see what they're telling us. Okay guys, first one up is Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA, currently sitting at about $660 a share. We did get a sell signal. As you see, it got rejected from that SMA line, so it could bounce down as low as $600. That's what it's done the past couple of times. It's fell down, bounced up, fell down, and tried to bounce up again, and we may come back down and test that support. The support's going to be 598.97. Your resistance of 708.25 to show a good push towards the upside to confirm a reversal. 692.66 would be something that if we get above that and hold, that's a really good sign because that is above the SMA line. So for me, this is a longer term play. I'm holding for several months. There's talks that this thing's going to get back to 1,500 a share, and if it does anywhere near that, then that's probably going to be for me my profit taking time to bounce out and take profits on this particular play. Next stock that I hold is FNGU. This is the ETN that tracks some of our major tech plays. As you know, that tech has been getting beat down past month or so. So I've been taking advantage of this and buying shares of this company, of this ETN. And when tech does decide to recover, this thing is going to fly, guys. Okay, so right now, currently 26.80 would be your support, 31.45 would be your resistance level. Anything in between these numbers here, 26 to 30 bucks, guys, I'm eating up as much as I can. Okay, I'm just buying a couple of shares here and there, and once it decides to fly, then that's going to be great. So this thing was at one point trading at about 400 something dollars a share whenever tech was really booming. Okay, and then they had the 10-for-1 stock split, so it reduced the share price down and gave the shareholders more shares of this particular play. So for me, I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to be selling at yet. I think if it gets, if it busts through that 46.49 level, then I think we can go at least to, close to $100 in the longer term. So I think if my position doubles, I'd be pretty happy with taking profits on it. Hey guys, next one up is Golden Nugget Online Gaming, ticker symbol GNOG. And right now your support's going to be 13.57, your resistance of 16.68, and 15.92 is whenever that's where we need to really bust through and hold to confirm a reversal, right? I thought we had a reversal here. We busted through, got all the way to $19.22, and then the market again, some inconsistencies. We pulled down extremely hard on this particular play. So long term for me, $30 to $35 is going to be my profit taking point. Maybe I just take out my initial cost and I ride the rest of it up. If it heads up maybe closer to 40 or 50 bucks, that'll be even better. But I know that I'm going to take my initial cost out at about $30, maybe 35. So you can see here, guys, we're extremely low in the fib level. We have a lot of room to run. So once it decides to start acting right, we have a lot of room for growth. Hey guys, Genius Brands, ticker symbol GNUS. This thing is undervalued, guys. So even if you buy in next week and you ride it up to like $2.20 or even just $2, you can make a decent return on your money depending on how much you're putting in. But I mean, to me, this is a safe play because you're undervalued right here. You're beat down. People are going to come in and start buying at these prices. So even if it gets rejected, you see the 207 level of the SMA line. If you buy here at the 186 level, and let's say you ride it up to $2 or 205 to play it safe, I mean, that's a decent little return. In case like it pops up and gets pulled back down, I think these prices are pretty attractive. But I did buy some more on Thursday at these levels, and I'm waiting for it to bounce back up closer to that $3 range. But I'm hoping that people are talking about it's going to go to $5, $6, and I'd be extremely happy with that too. But I have to see the volume. Other than that, I'm just going to be taking profits and then rinse and repeat. I'm going to sell off whenever it dips. I'll buy back in and ride it back up as well. Okay guys, IDEX is another company that I hold shares of, and right now, as you see, we're kind of losing steam on our MACD. So you could see a slight pullback here, and 303 would be your support, 365 would be your resistance. So I would say, if it pulls back a little bit further, if it hits $3 and bounces off, that's a good sign. Okay, really anything under $3, if it goes below $3, man, eat that up. Okay, but I'm hoping that it hits 3 and then bounces off, and we can start making our way towards that upside of 365 and bust through. I would really be happy with the amount of shares I have taken profits at about the maybe 420 level, and then if it pulls back again, I can maybe re-enter at that mid 3 level to come back in. But I think 420 for me, I'll be happy to take some profits off the table with my cost per share. Next one up, guys, is Sun Pacific Holding Corp. Okay, I hold currently close to 2,000 shares of this stock here, and it did break trend, unfortunately. But the good thing about it is there's not much volume on this stock, so I think if we start seeing a recovery in the clean energy sector, that this should pop up easily above our resistance of 7.5 cents. And really, for me, my initial price target was about 20 to 25 cents, roughly about there. I'd be more than happy to take profits off of the table for that particular stock, unless, like I said, we see a crazy amount of volume coming in. And then, I'm not saying I won't get back into it, but I'm just saying whenever I decide to start taking some profits off the table, I'll at least take my initial cost out, and then whatever's left over, you're just playing with house money at that point. Next up is Hemp, guys, ticker symbol HEMP, Hemp Inc. And you have a resistance of 0.0113, and that should easily, bust up above there. A good thing is we're bouncing off of that SMA line. Overall, for me, guys, long term, I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know if it'll be this year, 2 years, 3 years, but my price target on this thing is $1. Okay. And I did take profits on it roughly about here my first time in it, and I basically doubled my money, and I took it, when it dipped back down to these levels, I bought back in and got more shares, double the shares that I currently had, and I decided to take more money and put into it. And as long as they stay around these levels or below, then I'm going to, every month I'm going to throw in a couple $100 here and there, and get as many shares as I can until this thing takes off, because I know that it's going to come eventually, and when it decides to move, it's going to move. So I currently hold about 50,000 shares. I really want to get to, minimum of 100,000, but overall probably 500,000 to 1 million shares. If it, continuously stays at these levels, I'm just going to keep on loading the boat up as much as I can. And then if it hits $1, and I only have, even if I just have 50,000 shares, if it hits $1, I mean, that's it's a huge payday for me. Okay, I'm very, very happy with that. Okay, guys, next up, Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG, and we've broken trend. And, we've been kind of slowly going in a downward direction here, and right now it's presenting a good opportunity for a swing play, no doubt, if nothing else. So we're at about 58, 59 cents. We are in undervalued territory. So for those of you buying in, you could easily ride this thing up to about 70, 72 cents, just in case it gets rejected again. You could, buy in here, ride it up, make some money. If it falls down again, buy back in, and then ride the wave back up. Okay, I do see this one over the next couple of weeks starting to make a little upward move in anticipation for the company announcing that they found oil. We have not heard any news in about a month, maybe over a month actually, and I think that we're going to start seeing, some upward momentum in the stock just off of anticipation. Okay, so longer term for me, I was, a lot of people talk about this stock of 477 is going to be their exit point. So mine's going to obviously be under that, because I don't want to have to try to catch a falling knife. Realistically, for the amount that I have, if we hit $2 or $2.50, I would be, extremely, extremely ecstatic. And I would take profits there, and then, just kind of wait and put some money on the sideline just in case they come back and they announce that they struck oil. I'm saying if it hits 250 before the news, then I'd be like, hey, I'm out, and I'm going to hold, my money on the sideline. If they announce they struck oil, then get back in and ride it up to as high as it can go. And last one, guys, is IQST, and I have a video. It should pop up right here. If you haven't seen anything about this company, check out this video that's popping up in the right-hand corner. Okay, this is a newer play for me. I started off my position with about 50 shares, and I'm going to continue to build this position out. Anything under $1, in my opinion, is extremely attractive. Okay, your support is at about 80, and your resistance is at about $1.03. So I could see it possibly testing that support again at about 80 cents, which is why I didn't go too heavy right off the bat. I'm going to try to catch the dips as it dips down low, and then ride it up as high as I can. Realistically, for me, guys, I'm not sure what my price target's going to be on here, just because this, I guess I need to kind of do some more research on it. But I know, my average cost right now is about 99 cents. So if it hits $2 and I double my money, I'll be pretty cool with that. I see it going a lot higher, and they are talking about trying to get listed on the NASDAQ. So that's some exciting stuff, and they have a lot of projected earnings for this year, like massive earnings, revenue numbers. So you want to check that video out that I have at the very top right corner. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. I want to thank you for watching. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, comment below on what you would like to see. If you didn't watch my video yesterday on the 400 subscribers, we do have a feedback survey that you can take and tell me about which stock you'd like me to cover more. I'm going to link that in the description below. Have a great Sunday, have a happy Easter, and we'll catch you in tomorrow's video.